Hi there, everybody. Al the Doctor Who here. I got all the lights on, and I wanted to give a shout out to a few people in the process of answering their questions, like Ozzy on Tap. Okay, good to see you, man. Yes, the lighting. What I have here in my lighting, what I do, I have one big spotlight in front of me. I think it's about maybe 75 watts, and it's equivalent to 150, something like that. It's not an incandescent bulb. It's an iridescent bulb. I think that's what they call it. Like the ones those tubes that you see. I got one of them over there. It's a daylight type lighting, and then I have a full spectrum bulb. So in that corner I have two daylights and one's full spectrums. So I got 1, 2, 3 in that corner. I have the halogen right here in front of me on my desk. Okay, and I could only go so high with that. This one in front of me, like I said, the spot itself is a 75 watter, but it's pretty bright, and it does distract you when you make your videos, because I don't know, it's not like the intensity of it does, but it's just that a lot of times when you're doing a video, for some reason it seems to be distracting to me. And then I got a freeway bulb over here in the corner. I prefer the Revell, okay, but I couldn't get the Revell, so I had to replace it with another light, and I don't quite like that lighting too much. But directly over the top, I have 3 bulbs. One of them is a Revell, and the other 2 are daylight condensance. Now I don't know. Sometimes you might see, like for instance, Ben was pointing out something to Saja. When she puts something up close, you start to see, because the lighting is not even anymore. So what Ozzy is saying is true. Now I saw Dave, one man. He had lighting from his kitchen, and he did a pretty good green screen. I think it's best to use outside lighting source. Like if you could take a green screen, it doesn't have to be a green screen. It could just be a piece of material, a fabric. And the wrinkles don't really matter that much, just as long as it doesn't hold any shadows, because then you're going to have a problem. This here I painted myself with what I did is I took a picture of an actual green screen, and then I lined it up at the Home Depot. They matched the color perfectly. I think it's this color. I'm not sure. It's one of these guys. And it does change when it goes on. I made this green screen about 6 years ago, and at the time I was conferencing with Corey Williams, and also they had their little clique out there, but Corey Williams was pretty much independent. But I used to follow. I still do, but I just don't follow him that much. What's her name? She's escaping my brain. But anyway, I wanted to mention to you guys. Oh, and Lothy Daddy, yes, the music that's on, the music that I used in that last video, the oatmeal video, I think it was. That's Hal Roach Studios, from Hal Roach Studios, and all that music was used in Laurel and Hardy and Spanky and Our Gang. So you'll find that that's the music they used. And I don't know if there's any really copyright things. I think it's free use. I'm not sure. But I did give him credit. That's why at the end of the movie, at the end of my video, I put up Hal Roach music background. So I'm not making any music. I'm lucky if I get one person looking at my video on YouTube. So I mean, it's not like years ago. Years ago, you got a crackpot every once in a while. Sometimes people, and this doesn't make any sense, and I don't like it, when people claim that they own rights to music and they really don't. and it opens up a whole bunch of really bad things, you know. But I remember Scott telling me that you can, if you write to them or you let them know that you've altered the music in any way, it's no longer the piece of music that you're using. It's altered. And I've seen some people try to do that, and you have to make the effort to say something about it. Otherwise, it will be a mark on you on YouTube. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about some more stories about me and my brother. Now, I didn't realize this. When my cousin was squeezing the soapy water into my oatmeal, the reason why that was like that is because I had complained to my mother that the dishes had ivory soap in them. They weren't dried off totally. They weren't rinsed. So what was happening is that my cousin was very promiscuous, and she used to taunt the guys up at the park. She was like a thinner-faced Eartha Kitt, pretty nice-looking girl, I have to say, and she had the boys going wild. So when she came back, my mother punished her, and part of the punishment was to wash the dishes. So I guess in some crazy way, she was getting back at me, getting back at my mother through me. I don't think, I remember that she was smiling, so she took some sort of perverse pleasure in doing that. And I don't know, the girls always like to do that to me. They like to torture me for some crazy reason, because I guess I must be an easy mark. But that was that. Oh, and as far as like me and my brother, when we started to develop our interaction, I guess, because we weren't exposed to outside people. We didn't go to kindergarten yet. We were still in the house, so we were looking for things to break the boredom. And we used to play on my father's rocking chair, and we used to pretend that it was taking flight when you lock it. You know, you're rocking it, and then you lock it, and then that was supposed to be your launch. And we made our fake panel. The panel was a cardboard thing we had things stuck in there like a banana, you know, one of those wax bananas, and you know, whatever we could make to so we could visualize the control panel of a spaceship. So, and but we were in an apartment. We didn't get out very much. My grandmother used to send things back to Belize. She had a lot of family in Belize. She left Belize because everything was getting so crazy. She had 9 children, 9 boys and 1 girl, which is my mother. So my mother basically was a tomboy. And that's why she could fight, you know. My mother wasn't unlike, believe it or not, Avis. My mother was very spitfiery, and she's one of those girls you just would not want to mess with, you know, or should I say women. She was tough. She could take it on, you know, anything. She was one of those persons that was not afraid to get her hands dirty. I could tell you that right now. She was a drummer. She played drums. What else was there? Yeah, I wanted to mention some other people because I appreciate the comments you guys are making, and I try to get back if I can. Anyway, I'm running long here. I'm gonna try to post this. I gotta tell you another story that of me and my brother, but I'll do that next. Okay, so I'm gonna post this, and I'll just put up memories too, because this is running long. I love you guys. You take care. Bye-bye.